The greatest sin. What if the greatest sin is not what we have been told? What if the deepest error is not found in our actions, or desires, or human imperfections, but in the very act of declaring something absolutely separate from the divine? To call something a sin is often to place it outside the circle of acceptance, outside the field of understanding, outside the wholeness of life itself. Yet existence does not seem to operate through exclusion. The sun shines on the saint and the sinner alike. The rain falls without judgment. Nature does not condemn, it simply unfolds. When we label something as inherently sinful, we may be creating a division where none truly exists. We separate the world into good and evil, worthy and unworthy, sacred and profane. In doing so, we reinforce the illusion of separation, the very illusion that many spiritual traditions suggest is the root of all suffering. This does not mean that harmful action should be celebrated or that compassion and ethics have no place. Quite the opposite. Actions that arise from fear, ignorance, or unconsciousness naturally create suffering, but suffering itself becomes the teacher. Life contains its own intelligence. Every mistake reveals a deeper truth. Every fall carries the possibility of awakening. The moment we condemn, we stop understanding. The moment we judge, we stop seeing. We no longer inquire into the causes of behavior, the wounds behind the actions or the lessons hidden within experience. We simply place a label upon it and turn away. Perhaps the true sin is not the action itself, but the refusal to recognize the unity beneath all appearances. If all arises within the one infinite consciousness, then even our darkest moment becomes part of the journey home. The shadow exists so that the light may be known. Confusion exists so that the clarity may emerge. Every experience, pleasant or painful, becomes a thread in the tapestry of awakening. To call something permanently sinful is to deny its potential for transformation. It is to deny the possibility that grace can enter even the most broken places. It is to forget that every saint has passed and every sinner has a future. The spiritual path is not about dividing reality into acceptable and unacceptable parts. It is about embracing the whole, seeing clearly, and allowing understanding to replace condemnation. When judgment dissolves, compassion appears. When separation dissolves, love appears. And when the illusion of sin dissolves, what remains is the recognition that life itself is a process of learning, evolving, and remembering what we truly are. Not separate beings struggling to become worthy, but expressions of the same infinite source, endlessly discovering itself through every experience. Perhaps the greatest sin, then, is not what we do. Perhaps it is believing that anything or anyone could ever be separate from the whole. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.